Hi guys, once again a very warm welcome to our another stream. We are slightly late for today, forgive me about that. I welcome you again from the financial analyst team. Guys, my name is Akash Malhotra and I'll be your financial analyst for today's special live stream. Welcome once again to the live stream. So for this week, we have a lot of surprise factor which has been going on. We'll be talking about all of them one after another. At the same time, we'll be taking some live trades. So let's wait for some clients and I'll be very happy to help you out. Before moving ahead with the conversation, guys, let me tell you. My complete name is Akash Malhotra and I'll be your financial analyst for today. Apart from these, for me, uh, I've been with Olymptrade from more than last 5 years. So my objective always has been to help the client on to the best possible extent. And that is the reason Olymp Trade is one of my favorite platform, and I usually signed up for the webinar to have an active conversations with you. The best objective a financial analyst, as a financial analyst team, the complete Olymp Trade family is what I'm talking about. Our objective always has been to help client to the best possible extent, and that is why we are having this conversation live. If you have any question that you wish to ask me, feel free to ask me. You have a complete comment session dedicated on that. And as you can see, we'll be taking some live trades in my trading account. Unfortunately, I lost one of the big momentum. I was actually watching the market very closely, and soon after that, the market started reversing down. I know for sure there is a high probability for market to move into the opposite direction. I'll tell you what was the reason behind that. But again, we'll have a conversation, a complete conversation on that. So today's stream is highly dedicated on the live trading, and first of all, on the very first half, we'll be talking about the financial market, and the second half will be completely dedicated upon the live trading. If you have any questions that you wish to ask me, you can ask me. And happy Navaratri, guys. Forgive me, in the last week, I think we never had a conversation about that. Happy Navaratri to all my Indian traders, and happy Halloween. The Halloween week will be starting very soon to all the global audience. So we have one comments here. Mr. Abagji said, "Hello, sir. Good evening. Good evening to you too, sir. Thank you very much for joining the live stream." So, guys, as you know, we'll just begin the major part of our conversation. I will completely dedicated that part on the live trading aspect of it. So, yeah, we will be doing that. First of all, let me just check our today's statistics. So, I was actually taking trades on my live account. I was trying to observe the market and trying to work up with one of the trading strategy, a customized trading strategy in detail. So, if you want to check, this is my last trading history. So this is my today's trading history. This is yesterday, and this one is a day before yesterday, and a day before that. So these are all the trades that I have taken. Our objective as a financial analyst to try teach you how to analyze the signals, how to understand markets, and then based on that, we will try to understand what the dynamics of the market is to be. As I always tell you guys, so if you are new in trading, if you do not know anything about trading, that's completely fine. We have to start at some point in our life. So if you do not know anything about trading, the very first thing, our product team has made it quite effective for you to learn trading. So the very first thing that we want to learn about the financial market, in the help section, you can see the education section, and here you will be able to check all the tutorials which has been made by our team. One of the most effective way is our product team has specially created candlestick formation. So if you're new in trading, look into the candlestick formation, read all the candlestick pattern, and based on that, we will try to decipher how the market really works. So you can watch these education tab in the Olymp Trade application itself. And once you did that, you will see a complete understanding of the candlestick formation. And once you know, then we will be able to use it with the different set of indicators and oscillators and try to maximize our trade based on that. So as you know, for today's stream, we will be trying to work up with one of my favorite trading strategy, and that too is a kind Martin. We'll try our level best to take some live trades and try to understand the market accordingly. So welcome all of you once again. If you have any question, feel free to type into the comment section. I'll be very happy to answer your questions, guys. Welcome to the live stream once again. I think Mr. D. Singh said hello. Hello, Mr. Singh. How are you doing, sir? So let's go to the very first half. So probably majority of the people know about this. Some of you probably not. Yesterday there was one of the very good news event. If you know, so the value of non I'm consumer price index data was released. One of the best data, if I may say. On the last Friday, it was non-farm payroll, and soon after, if you see on the non-farm payroll, I did executed a trade. It was around $1,600 on gold, and yeah, it was profitable for me, which basically helped me out to reach my target margin of around $100,000. And yeah, it's been a complete week that we were able to do that and surpass the profit margin by again $2,000. So yeah, again, welcome to the stream. Guys, if you have any question that you want to ask, feel free to ask me. I'm here to help you out. So let's talk about the financial market first of all. So guys, the most important thing what really happened yesterday, the value of gold. So we saw consumer price index data was released by US exactly at 6 o'clock. This is based on the Indian Standard Time plus GMT 5:30. So exactly at 6 o'clock, the data was released. And all we can see was there was a sudden sharp downward fall of gold, which has happened. But if you'll watch it very closely, it came very close to 2600 level. Now, every round number act as a very good level of support. And following that, our objective was to scalp our way out from that. So what I did, if you look into my trades in Forex, I took the trade on gold and we made in the scalping around $34, as you can see. I wish we could have hold it for a longer time to get a higher profitability indeed, but we scalp our way out. Apart from this, there is another trade which we hold the position and we close it in the profitable state. So it doesn't really matter how you capitalize the market. So you can take trades on fixed time trade mode, on forex mode, in whichever you are comfortable to trade in. But remember, our objective is to make a countable trade, a profitable trade, rather than involving the trading psychology. The most important part is I believe in majority of the people fails to acknowledge in which time duration would be suitable for them. Now, in order to help you out with that, always remember 1 is to 2 by 3 formation. Now, what does it really mean? We select the graph for a minute. Every candle time duration will be a minute. And once you watch the graph for a minute duration, your trading time should be at least minimum double or triple of the existing duration. So that means suppose I'm a watching graph for a minute duration, my trading time should be 2 to 3 minutes or 4 minutes, depending upon the same. And if we watch the graph for 5 minutes duration, our expiration time will vary according. It can be any time between 7 minutes to 15 minutes duration based on the signal. So yeah, the strength of the signal varies according to the graph that you observe it. And then based on that, we try to predict our existing market. So what you are seeing in my screen is a portrait version. That means it fits into your screen perfectly. Some of the people feels like it is way convenient to take trades specifically into the mobile version. And some people feel like, laptop is the best asset on which people can trade. Not really. You can still take a trade, a very good trade based on the fixed time trade mode. And at the same time, you have to understand what strategy we will be going ahead with. Okay. I think we have one more comments. Mr. Shahinaji said, hello, Shahinaji is one of my client. Welcome to the stream, Shahinaji. DS King said, sir, give explanation on candlestick psychology. I would love to do that, sir. But, there is a very convenient option for you to understand it. You click on this help option, go to education channel, and here you can type your query, which is regarding the candlestick. And you will find an entire series of articles created by our team. So yeah, that is there. I think one of our trade closed, it closed on around $4,000 or something. So yeah, once again, a very warm welcome to the session. Let's get on with the understanding of the market. What really happened? So today, PPI Producer Price Index data was just recently been released exactly at 6 o'clock, and completely forget about that because I had a meeting. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to take trade on that. So what really happened? Every pair associated with the USD start varying itself. So if you look into the any USD pair, it may be Euro USD, GBP USD, or USD JPY. Let's just select that. And if you will see exactly at 6 o'clock, The data basically moved into the downward direction. The best part about this strategy is the PPI data is in whichever the direction the very first candle follows. This is exactly with regards to PPI only. In whichever direction the very first candle goes, the market try to move against the price movement. And this has been happening from a lot of times. It's been happening from a very long. So our objective is, so whenever the first candle happens to be into the downward direction, you take the trade in opposite direction and the market, you can close the trade at that very instant. So that is one of the best way to take the trade. I was looking out to the economic calendar. Some of you probably will know or not. Let me know in the comment section how many of you know how to work up with the fundamental analysis. If you don't, it's completely fine. I'll teach you how to work up with the fundamental analysis. Now let's get on with the strategy that we'll be learning out for today. I think live session would be amazing thing to do. At the same time, once we are having the conversation, if I find a good signals, I'll be try to take the trade based on that, and we'll see how our accuracy would be there at that very specific moment. Majority of our trades will be highly based on the support and resistance, dynamic support and resistance level, and we'll see the probability based on that. And guys, all the trades that I'm taking on my trading account are highly based on my experience. Copying my trade, there will be a delay of significant time, which can be any time between 30 seconds to a minute duration. So please do not try to copy my trade. So the thing is, with the financial market, we have to understand the candlestick pattern, and based on that, we also used amazing indicators and oscillators which has been there. So as a trader, our objective is to capitalize on the every moment that we get, right? So I'll try to give you some good insights about the market. At the time, we will have a hefty conversation about whatever doubts that you are having for the time being. Mr. Oman ji said, I have lost so much money in Olymp Trade FT. It seems like there is an AI going through the discount trade. Ensure I tried opening trade with $1 and saved 98%. I didn't get you a question, Mr. Oman. Forgive me about that. Okay, so there is a question which has been there by Mr. Oman. It detects the big amount trade and ensure loss. Not really possible. So let me be very honest with you. The trade that you see on the Olymptrade itself, if 100% authenticate. Mr. Oman has a question about that, so let me answer that. Mr. Oman, it's impossible to vary market for a single person. It doesn't really depends upon the amount that you put into the risk. I have taken the trades of around 2,000 or $1,600, and that was based completely based on the market dynamics. The market was very volatile at that moment, and we'll try to capitalize on that. So it worked in my favor. So what really happens, if you'll see every single trade that you take on Olymptrade, if you look into the quote history, you will see you click on here. There's an I button here. You scroll it down and you see quote history. In the quote history itself, you can check every single quote of the specific time. So let's just suppose if I want to check the quote of yesterday, right? So I write it down like today is 11. So let me just write 10, and I want to check the code exactly at let's just suppose 1522. So you will see the entire code at that specific time. 1522, 510 millisecond, 116 millisecond. So Olymptrade is trying to be as transparent as with you guys. So Mr. Roman, we are very transparent. It's been 10 years that Olymptrade is working. And by the way, you can see there is a redefined everything. So in Olymptrade, even with the logo and the new features will be adding soon. So I wanted to know your opinion about what's the existing working situations with Olymptrade. Do you like the interface that you are having, or there are any more feedbacks if you want to give me? I will definitely forward your concerns to our concern department. Let me know what do you think about the overall features of Olymptrade. What are the best part that you like about trading in Olymptrade, and what are the things that you wish that Olymptrade should be having so that in the upcoming updates these features will be added? I'll be reading your comments. Let me know in the comment section how do you feel about the existing experience that we are providing, and what are sort of changes that we should be bringing in Olymptrade to to help you out trade effectively and make your trading journey a lot smoother. Okay, so I think there was this one last trade that we have taken on USD JPY. I think on fixed time trade, and this turned out to be profitable. So yeah, kudos to our effort. We were trying to analyze it, and I saw a downtrend line, and there was a level of resistance happening, and this is based on the candlestick pattern, absolutely. So we saw a reverse Hammers pattern, and then we see there is a red candle formation, which was giving us a sign that there's a good probability for market to move into the downward direction. Okay, let's try to switch between assets. And remember, guys, there will be no personal favorite asset of ours. If you find a signal based on the asset, that asset will be taking trade on. We will not completely rely our trading on one single asset, on whichever asset that we feel like it's a good trading experience, and we'll see the updates. Okay, let's try to find some more signals. So, as you know, guys, let me tell you about that. So, today we will be working out with one of the best and easiest trading strategy, kind Martin, and it's completely fine if you don't know about the strategy, and if you do not have advanced or expert state, it's completely fine. I'll teach you how to craft this strategy from the basics points. Okay, so it's quite easy to understand the strategy, and once you know understand strategy, we'll try to take some live trade based on the strategy itself. So let's try to apply the strategy. So guys, if you're new in trading, if you do not know anything about trading, let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer your questions. So what we need to do, we have to go to this A symbol. We call it as technical analysis symbol. We click onto here. We go to strategies option. As soon as we click on the strategy option, there will be a bunch of strategies available. It is actually based from one client to another. If you'll see, if you have starter status, so these are the status strategies. And if you have advanced status, you will see the strategies with the double arrows. And if you are expert status, every trading strategy will be available to you. So yeah, these are exclusively available on Olymptrade. So today, as you can see, the name of the stream is live trading on the kind Martin strategy, and that is what we'll be using for today. So let me start with the beginning once again. You click on this symbol, we call it as technical analysis. Then you will see a special section dedicated on the strategy column. We click on the strategy, we scroll it down, and we see kind Martin strategy. Okay, so here you will see with the double arrows kind Martin strategy. If it is not available, it's completely fine. I'll teach you how to craft this one. We click on the strategy, and here you will see a YouTube video completely dedicated on that. It shows you how this trading strategy works and how we will be able to apply ourselves on that. We click on to the play option. If you don't know how this trading strategy works, it is the combination of parabolic and MACD. We click on the enable strategy option, and you see these options have been applied automatic. There is nothing you have to do at all. These are the variations which have been completely there. Okay, so I think we can do a little scalping in here. There is a slim probability, but we are taking the chance. I have one risk-free trades of $5, and which is why I'm using it. We'll see how the market really reacts. So I think I wanted to catch the signal at this right moment because there was a possibility for a red candle to happen. But we'll see. We have given like around 2 minutes. Mr. Akpakji said, "May I know your secret FTT01 strategy settings, sir?" Okay, so I have multiple trading strategy. I've been using a lot of trading strategy lately, but yeah, that's the secret for another day, Mr. Apak. We'll see. In the upcoming time, this is the special strategy that I'm working on for so long, and I'm testing still in the testing mode. Once I'm very confident that this strategy has given a lot of profit to the different clients, I'll try to show you that accordingly. Mr. Omanji said, I began experiencing this especially after the current update on the platform. It has nothing to do with the update. So updates have been given to enhance the experience, and at the same time, it helps you out in much more better way. So it gives you a lot of great visibility. First of all, I like this complete interface where the rate of return has been completely highlighted. Remember, always choose the rate of return higher than 80%. You do not want to invest in an asset in which the profitability is less than 80%. So majority of the time we try to stick with the maximum rate of return asset so that we will be able to maximize our trading profitability on that. We want to take a risk on the asset on which there is a higher probability of profit. So yeah, that is what we'll be using. Okay, what about the trade that we have taken on the gold? I think on the scalping part is what we did. and it's recovering. Yeah, so we were completely right. It's recovering and it is working in our favor. So this is what we understood. Whenever there is a series of green candle happens, so there has to be a rejection and there was a resistance point. So based on that, I took the trade in downward direction, and the second trade I think would be profitable. Let me know in the comment section which is your favorite asset. Mr. Agil Pevidia said, I don't understand. Can you speak in Indonesian? I'm very sorry to say, sir, today's stream will be held into the English language, especially for the global audience. But you can subscribe to Olymp Trade Practice, and my colleagues are also conducting webinars in there. So you can join this webinar, and these are held into the different languages. I think one of the analysts do speak Indonesian. So yeah, you can subscribe to the channel, and we are completely in the week. We are holding a lot of webinars to reach as many clients as possible. And by the way, guys, this is a complete new channel which has been created from the from zero itself, and that is why we want to reach as many clients as possible. So if you like today's stream, you can hit that like button, subscribe to Olymp Trade Practice, and share with your friends, the trader who are actively trading. So yeah, let's begin our trading journey. So as you know, the name of the strategy that we will be applying for today is the Kind-Martin strategy. Here, the parabolic SAR and MACD both are applied simultaneously. And let's try to understand how the strategy really works. So here, what you see is the dot formation. The dot formation are either above the candle or below the candle. This is parabolic support and resistance is what we call it as. So here the dot formation basically helps you out to understand trend. Now how it will be able to help us out? In order to understand this, if the dots are above the candle, if the dots are above the candle, the trend is in downward direction. And if the dots are below the candle, that means it's an uptrend. So these are the two confirmations that we'll get from this. Apart from this, you will also see MACD. We call it as moving average convergence and divergence. Now, very easy way to understand this is, if you see there is a zero is the number which is acting as a reference line. I want you to have a very closer look on this. And in MACD, what really happens, you see the area is above zero. If the area is above zero and expanding, it shows the market is moving in upward direction. If you look into this, when the area started pushing itself from bottom to upward direction, at the same time, we see there is a series of green candle happening. Now, to understand these, we will be using mix of both the signals at a time to help us understand in which direction there is a high probability for market to be. So let's try to take some light trades for today. So what we'll do, we'll switch from one asset to another and try to find out a weak signal. Based on that, we will be taking some trades. So as you know, the name of the strategy is Kind Martin. So there is nothing to be afraid about. We will be taking some live trade. You can watch this trade, you can practice. And once you're confident enough, you can test this one out, guys. So in order to use this strategy, what we have to do is to wait for the dot reversal. We will not look into the first dot itself, but we have to have a very closer look on the dot reversal. Now if the dots are reversing, we will not focus on the very first dot. In fact, we have to focus on the second dot, and based on that we will be taking, okay, uh we I think it's close to the resistance level, but we'll see whether the trade goes for the positive end or not. We were slight little off the track while having conversation. So there was a very good level of support. And guys, remember, whenever you are taking some trades, I'm taking trades in my live account. Some of the trades will be profitable, some of the trades will be non-profitable. It's not possible to have 100% accuracy in trading, but taking the trade at the exact moment can build your trading portfolio amazingly. Okay, so what we will do, we'll try. I'll try to give you some examples, and then Okay, so I think we have one good entry here. So remember, guys, what we'll do, we'll wait for the dot reversal. We are slightly late to open up the trade, but still I went with the $20. So we wait for the dot reversal. So we will not only take trades on the first dot, but we have to keep a very closer look on the second dot, right? If it is a second dot and if it is below the candle dot confirms the trend, there is a possibility for the market to move into the opposite direction. That means it's an upward direction. At the same time, we'll watch whether the candle is green or not. Dot is below the candle. Remember this, not on the first dot, but on the second dot is what we need to focus on. We took the second dot. We find out the second dot. We find it is a green candle and it is below the candle. Both the signals were pointing us upward direction. At the same time, we saw increase in the size of MACD, and that is the reason why we took the trade in upward direction. This is with the trend strategy, guys. So we have taken the trade and we are waiting for the trade to close. Till the time we can watch some more trades as well. And if you guys, if you have any doubt regarding this strategy, let me know in the comment section. I'll be reading. Okay, so here it's a very tricky signal, right? So the second dot is below the candle, whereas the candle was red. So these are the contradictory signals. We want to take the trade in upward direction, but when the dot below the candle is indicating upward direction trend and the candle is showing opposite direction trend, so we will skip trading on assets like these. I think we have couple of comments. I think I missed one of the comment. Let me just refresh my screen a bit. Okay, so what about the last trade? So Europe Composite Index went into negative state. Uh, in which direction did we took the trade? Okay, I think here in this situation, rather than taking the trade on the second dot, we took the trade here. So we have to take the trade in downward direction, but here on the second dot, the candle was green and the dot was above the candle. So these signals were contradictory in nature. Let's look into the last trade that we had. This was an excellent signal, by the way, guys. Remember, the second dot is below the candle, and at the same time, the MACD was expanding, and that is the reason why we took the trade in upward direction. I think one comment it is there. Mr. Oman ji said, "How great can Kind Martin be if SMA1 and SMA2 is added on it?" It based on personal preference, sir. So the strategies are been crafted to give you a very simplified approach in understanding market. Now, if you are advanced trader and if you are looking to add SMS there, you can do that. You can absolutely do that. But it based on the basics of understanding. If you add a lot of indicators and oscillators, it would be difficult to read the signals because every oscillator and indicator have a different way of showing you the signal. And therefore, if you like, you can add indicators and oscillator. If not, you can go ahead with the customizable. It's a very simple strategy indeed, right? If we look into the second dot, if the second dot below the candle, which shows upward direction trend, and if the candle is green, then only in that situation we'll take the trade. Mr. Agils, I understand you, sir. I am cannot meaning you, sir. I'm afraid, sir, I didn't. I'm not able to understand your language that effectively well. Mr. Apagji said, sir, your 100K target, which strategy helped you most to achieve the goal? For 100K target, there is not one strategy. I think there are a lot of strategy that I've been testing, but my way of understanding market can be a little different apart from all the analysts. In my opinion, my taking trades and at the same time fundamental analysis, deeper understanding help me a great way to achieve my financial goal. Right, if you'll see majority of my forex trade was on the profitable front. I'm able to close trade some trades around 90 to 100% profit. There is also one trade of mine which is still alive and it is showing me profit of more than 100%, and it's still been acting from a very long time. So fixed time trade and forex, amalgamation of both the things, right? This trade has been active from 5th of August, and now this month it's like 11th, right? So it's been more than 2 months. My trade is still alive and I'm holding a position on that because I strongly believe cryptocurrency has a very good chances of increasing. Mr. Ajil said, how can I understand your language, sir? You can I think in my opinion there is an option for the subtitle, and these are auto generated. You can enable the subtitle, and then you can change your language in which you do understand it, and it will be automatically applied, sir. Mr. Agil. Mr. Manish ji had one comment, dot indicator name and explain the strategy again. Sure, sir. So let me remove all these features once again. Remember, guys, if you are new in trading, so the very first thing that we have to understand is what trading strategy we will be using. Every successful trader have a strategy. And if you look into my trading history, shorter duration trade is something which I consider a lot riskier, especially 5 seconds duration. And that is the reason if you'll see majority of my trades are being taken higher than a minute duration, which basically help me out in a great way. In a great way. Okay, so Manish Sharma ji, let me just try to help you out with the strategy once again. So you click on this A symbol. If you have advanced status or expert status, the strategy will be available to you in case you do not have it. So let me tell you the customized parameter for it. You go to A symbol. First of all, let me show you how the strategy will be applied. We click on A symbol. We go to strategies. We scroll it down in the strategy option. You will see this kind Martin strategy. Once you click on it, enable this strategy and this strategy will be enabled automatically. For those trader who do not have access to advanced or expert, let me tell you how this strategy works. I want you to know this parameter, parabolic and MACD, especially the number which has been written below MACD 7, 14 and 5. So if you do not have expert status or advanced status, let me just show you how to apply this. We click on the A symbol once again. We go to indicators first. So parabolic SAR was written here. We click on parabolic SAR, it is coming up with the default value of 0.02. This is what we need to use. Let me make the line little thicker one so that we will be able to see it here. So you see the dot formation is been formed. Now the second thing we need to apply here is in the oscillator form. We click on the oscillator, and here in this situation we select MACD, moving average, convergence and divergence. It's way easier, guys. Now I want you to know this number. It's 12, 26 and 9, whereas in the strategy we saw 7, 14 and the signal line was 5. So we change this parameter, okay, right? And what you will see, the strategy will be visible. But right now the strategy looks a little distorted, right? To correct it once again, we click on this histogram, this blue line, click on the histogram, and we change it to the area. That's all you need to do. So the strategy is there. Can you see? So the default parameter again, parabolic 0.02 and MACD 714 and 5. This is the configuration we have to use with this strategy. I hope, Mr. Manish, you did understood what I meant to say. Mr. Epagji said dot indicator is parabolic SAR. Yes, correct. It's parabolic SAR, sir. And the second one is MACD. So we did use this. These are the custom approach. And once you apply this strategy, so this strategy has already been created. But in case you have the strategy manually saved, so you can click in here and enable strategy, and you will see exactly the same parameter will be visible. 7, 14 and 5 and parabolic set at 0.02. Okay, so let's find some good signals. Remember, guys, what we are looking for in a strategy is the dot reversal, and we will not focus on the first dot. We actually have to focus on the dot after that. If the dot is below the candle, it's an uptrend. If the dot is above the candle, it's a downtrend. The second thing, second dot is below the candle, which means an uptrend. At the same time, if we watch, there is a green candle, again it's a sign for uptrend. And once we see the confirmation from MACD that it is rising from 0 to upward direction trend, and here is the exact point of entry. I'll show you the last trade that I have taken, I think this on this account of mine, so you will have a very clarity on this. You see, On the second dot, the candle is green and the MACD area is rising. So again, the dot reversal has happened. Okay, I think the second dot hasn't formed yet. I have some risk-free trades available. Let me just, okay, let's wait for the candle to turn into the red one. We can select 2 to 3 minutes duration based on your comfortable level. And I think we are good to go. We have taken 3 minutes duration. Again, it's a risk-free trade. So even if the trade goes for the dots, that is completely fine. We have some sort of risk-free trades available. So risk-free trades are actually available to all the clients who are in expert status. Especially if you'll see, these are the features on which on attaining at different levels, you will be able to get the risk-free trade. Now the next level for us is 7. On level 7, we are getting like around $30 to risk-free trades and $120, which is equal to $80. So closely, we'll be having $80 risk-free trades. Okay, so the reason second dot again above the candle, which is a downtrend, and MACD was increasing into the downward direction. So in this situation, we have given like at least 3 minutes for the trade to close, and we'll wait for it till the time. Let's find some more signals. Guys, let me know in the comment section if you find any signal. I would love to copy that. Okay, so second dot again above the candle, but the candle is green. This is not a good signal. We'll skip it. And if you don't find that many, okay, I think here there is a slim possibility, but the candle strength is very high. I think it will recover, but okay, let me just head away with the $50 risk-free trade. It will partly contract back. I mean, it will usually when when there is a big candle usually happens, the candle revert itself a little into the backward direction, and that is what we are anticipating. So we could have been waiting for the next dot to happen, and that is the reason why we have given like around 3 minutes for the candle to settle down, and we'll see how the candle basically reacts at that very moment. So one of the trade, I think it was very close to profit. Now it's trying to reverse. Okay, since we have given some time, let's wait for the candle to reverse, and we'll see. 1 2, I think we have given like around 3 minutes. I hope the trade should be in the profitable. Selecting a right time sometimes takes a lot of things, but it based on your practice, guys. So we have taken some trades, 1 2 and 3 minutes duration trade, and we'll see how it goes. Till the time, let's find some more signals. Guys, let me know in the comment section, are you enjoying today's stream? If you have any question, feel free to ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer all of your doubts. So the name of the strategy once again is the kind Martin strategy. It's one of my favorite trading strategy. I've been using it from a very long time. And here you can actually get more than 60% accuracy once you have spent enough time on the strategy itself. I think we have given 3 minutes, 12 seconds are remaining for the trade to close. Let's wait. 1 2 3. I think 2 minutes duration would have been ample, and anything can happen now. Okay. So it was a minute. It was very close to the non-profitability, but fortunately, we timed the trade correctly, and it went on the profitable side. Let's wait for some more signals. I think we have some more signals. No signal in here. There is no dot reversal happened yet. We'll skip it. We'll find another one. Remember, do not stick to one strategy. I mean, one asset at a time. We keep on changing asset, and if we find a signal, so here I think the second on the dot. So the problem here in the situation was we took the trade on the first dot itself. As I told you, majority of the time, what we will do, we'll stick to the second dot. Now the second dot confirm there's a reverse probability of the market, and it did reverse itself. So that was anticipated. I think that was our mistake that we did. But again, this is a risk-free trade. So even it goes for the toss, it's completely fine with us. Let's find some more signals. Let's find some more. Okay, so one dot, I need to think about this possibility. I have to wait for the second dot to happen right now. We'll again reduce the amount to minimum $5. We'll start with $5, and if one of the trade goes for the toss, we'll try to use the martingale approach after that. So it's a very good level of, I think there is a consolidation on the second dot. Let's wait for it to turn into. So here there's a sign for that uptrend, right? But the candle is red. So big no. We'll wait for it to turn into the green one. And even at times you will see in index, especially on the support and resistance level, the previous level, you see the candle struggles to move. And that is what we have to be very careful. If you're especially trading on index, you have to watch for support and resistance level. So the second dot is pointing us in upward direction, but the candle is red. Even though the MACD is pointing in upward direction, we'll wait for the candle to turn into green one. Okay. Hopefully it does, because we are keeping a very closer look on it. Okay, it turned into green one. Let's wait for some time. Yeah, it's dicey, guys. It's dicey. It was good that we waited for signal. So the candle is red. So this is not a good signal to trade on. We'll skip this asset. We'll find another one. No signal here. Oh, so second dot below the candle, but the actual candle turned out to be red. And there is a level of resistance. Let's wait for this candle to break this level, and then we'll open up a trade into the same direction. Okay, it broke. So this is a shorter trade that we have taken. Okay, so let it close. I think we have given some good amount of time. Let wait for the candle to settle down. We'll find some more signals in here. To all our Indian traders, a very happy Navaratri to you guys. Okay, so second dot, we anticipated the candle should be red, so we have given like around 2 minutes. So varying your time plays a major factor, guys. Sometimes the trade will show you a good hopeful sign. Sometimes it really doesn't. Let's wait. I think what about this trade? Yeah, so here there was a good probability for market to rise. It rose and we took the trade on the third dot itself. I think increase in expiration time would have been a good idea in this situation. But anyways, we cannot expect the market to follow the way we analyze it to be every time the perfect one. Okay, I think it's very close to profitability. We have given enough time, but I'm hoping that it usually cross this level. Let's zoom out. There is a good level of resistance here, and that is the reason why it is tumbling down. I think we'll do one thing. We'll hedge our position on this. Let's wait for the trade to close first of all. I don't really want the trade to close in the last segments or so. Sometimes what really we see when we take trades on the very shorter duration, the sometimes trade can go for profit and can go for the losses at the very last interval or so. So yeah, finally the trade become profitable. So we have a profitable trade here. Let's find some more trade. Guys, I hope you are enjoying today's session. There are some close intervals, absolutely. So if you face like, in shorter time duration, there is a lot of volatility if you'll see. So therefore, if you switch to the higher time duration, the probability of profit would be great. So, Mr. Akbag ji said, "Happy Dasara to you, sir. Happy Dasara to all the Indian traders, and happy Halloween for the upcoming time for all the global audience, guys. I'm happy to have you. And if you have any question that you wish to ask me, feel free to ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Second dot pointing us in upward direction, but the candle is red. It's a big no trade for us. Let's look into our last trading history. What's been going on so far? I think we have opened some trades here. We started our trading with couple of trades with USD, JPY, and gold. Then $5 trade was non-profitable, so we recovered with this amount. Then I think $18 trade was profitable. This was risk-free trade. So the crypto composite index is something we were not able to evaluate it correctly. Okay, okay. So now I'm asking, I'm thinking about the reason why I took the trade in downward direction. So the dot was below the candle, and we have to take an upward direction. So in 1 minute's duration, guys, now here comes the tricky part. Now in 1 minute duration, we have the signal in downward direction. Okay, and in 5 minutes duration, if you'll see, the signal is actually pointing us in upward direction. The second dot, green candle, we could have taken like around 7 to 8 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So that is sometimes really happens. So what 1 minute's duration shows you a different signal and 5 minutes duration shows you a different sort of signal. So it happens all the time. Okay, we have one up trade, but here is the resistance level. I think 1, 2, 3, and I wanted to check it to confirm it once again. So red candle happening, so that means it's a sign of trend reversal. So every time you will see when the candle jumps from the existing position and struggle at the very same price, you will see there is a level of resistance happening. So yeah, it happens at times as well. Uh, let's take one $10 risk-free trades and into downward direction. I want to check the hypothesis of the resistance level. We are not taking the trade according to the strategy, but we are taking the trade based on the hypothesis of the resistance level, and that too in a very short duration. 1 minute's duration is a shorter duration, but we are just checking it out whether it becomes profitable for us or not. For all the new traders, if you have any question, feel free to ask me your question. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions, guys. So this is the kind Martin strategy. Okay, we had a confirmation here close to support level, and we have a dot formation below the candle. Second dot is actually suggesting us the trend should move in upward direction, but the candle is showing us a very different sign. So we'll do one thing here. Let's give it like around, yeah, let's go it around 3 minutes for an upward trend, and we'll see how it goes. Just last second, just the last second. So 1 minute's duration is, as I told you, it's a very riskier time frame, and therefore I usually opt for a little higher time duration. Absolutely. So guys, that is the session from my end. Happy Dashera to you, and a lot of blessings from my end. And let me know if you have any question that you want to ask. There is a comment session completely dedicated. I'll be here, happy to answer all of your questions and your doubt. My objective always has been to reach out my client and guide them to the best possible extent. Why I love doing what I'm doing is for today, because in the live stream I can have a free conversation with you and with as many of you possible. I started my journey from the scratch, and I want this journey to be your journey, because every journey matters a lot. We learn from our mistakes, and we try to capitalize on the things that we learn in our history. I'll always love and fancy all the new traders who love taking trades and want to take the risk. But remember, it's the knowledge that matters in the financial market. You have to leverage your skill to make most of it. It was lovely having conversation with you. I always enjoyed it, and thank you very much for having me. I wish you all the best, guys, and hopefully the upcoming time. I would love to see you. Take care. My name is Akash Malhotra, and I'll be signing out for today. Take care of yourself.